In this video, we'll go over where to find and how to take down the Romeo Kings of Puppets boss in Lies of P. Romeo King of Puppets is in chapter 6 in the Estella Opera House, and to get there, you're going to need to make your way all the way through Rosa Isabel Street, which is a very tough biome. Get yourself past the mad clown puppet. You're then going to need to make your way through the Opera House to where you're going to see a swinging fiery chandelier and a beam. Just behind where you're going to go through, you're going to see a shortcut you can open up that leads you straight back to the start of the Opera House. Now, when you're ready, get yourself through, best gear, best equipment, all the rest of it, usual stuff, and then summon a Spectre at the Crack's Calling, as this is a very powerful, very difficult two-phase boss that you're going to need to take down. Now, just while we're going to watch a bit of a cutscene here, I'll just go over some of the stuff that you're going to be up against. So, the first phase of the boss will be a giant spinning mech who can really mess you up. And you do need to avoid the majority of its attacks, as depending on how well or bad you do in the first half of the fight will then determine how successful you're more than likely going to be or not in the second half. If you've used up all of your resources, when it comes to actually fighting Romeo, who explodes out of the mech, you're going to have the devil's own job of taking him down, as he is essentially a ninja with a scythe. So in the first phase, try and let the Spectre do the majority of the work, as like I say, you need to conserve your resources. Get in there and always dodge to the right. When the mech spins to the left, you dodge right and then get a couple of attacks in. I wouldn't worry too much about doing any charged attacks or anything like that, as this thing moves so quickly that you probably won't get a charged attack off before you then take another hit. So just go in, tap tap, back away, go in again, another couple of light hits, back away, and just kind of rinse and repeat whilst you consistently learn what the enemy will be doing against you. That will then give you a better chance of placing yourself in the arena where you actually need to be. Now, the King of Puppets, there's no way around it. He has a lot of range, a lot of power, and his attacks will smash through your guard. So go in with a build that's at most slightly heavy. That will then allow you to dodge around the arena, avoiding the majority of his attacks. Hopefully, perfect blocks do their thing, but again, the timing needs to be absolutely precise. So it might be an option for you guys to just go off and farm a good amount of levels. Make sure that you've got some decent Legion arms, level up your weapons a bit, whatever you need to do to come back and have a much better chance of taking this thing down. Now, once you have defeated the mech, it's going to explode, revealing Romeo, who, like I said a minute ago, is a ninja with a scythe. He can hit incredibly fast, and he also imbues his weapon with flame, and then essentially just goes on a rampage, slashing around, directly aimed at you or your summon if you've got one. Hence why I said make sure that you bring one in, as that little bit of respite where he's not hitting you could just save your life. Now, you are going to find a web guide down below for how to take down Romeo King of Puppets. You've got images down there and a full web guide on what you need to do. It'll probably be a little bit easier than hearing me waffle on for the next couple of minutes. But the fight is essentially a very similar fight to previous boss encounters where it's two-phase, except this guy just hits so much harder. Make sure you use your Fable Catalyst, build up to a Fable Art, which will then allow you a couple more staggers to be able to get to a Fatal, get that done, and like I say, just conserve as many of your resources as you can whilst you take down the King of Puppets, and then when Romeo appears, you might just stand that little bit of extra chance in being able to bring him down. Now, reward wise, once you've taken down Romeo King of Puppets, you're going to get the Burnt White King's Ergo, a Puppet Prince's formal dress, someone's necklace, and 11,025 Ergo. So let's look at how to take down Romeo King of Puppets in Lies of P. I'm going to let the Romeo fight play out, just so that way you can experience it for yourselves before you jump in. And like I say, it is incredibly challenging, so don't be too disheartened if you die several times or even more. And of course, if you're a fan of these quick, straight to the point guides, subscribe for more, and I'll see you on the next one.
incredible! You defeated the king! I gotta think the puppets will have changed too, right? There's only one way to find out. Let's go backstage.